Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. There's been a topic that I've wanted to talk about for quite a while now, and this can be important to you guys as well, despite the title being more about YouTubers being used over you guys. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, today we're going to be talking about people using YouTubers. Not sure why, I just kind of wanted to talk about it and thought maybe it'd be interesting for you guys because it's not really a side of YouTube that you actually end up seeing. But it's something that we always have to deal with. Obviously, this type of stuff would come with a job like YouTube, but it doesn't make it any better. So it's been a common thing that people impersonate YouTubers and try and scam people or manipulate people in different ways. But there are other ways people can manipulate the sheer lack of any kind of verified checkmark on Steam, which I actually think would be a sick idea, by the way. Let big YouTubers or big community members or anyone really who would be impersonated, and it could be dangerous, apply for a verified check on their profile that is Steam granted only, and a million of their problems that Steam have right now would be solved all at once. It would probably be the only way I ever get a verified tick in my life, because there's no chance I'm getting one on Twitter, and there's no chance I'm getting one on Instagram. Maybe if I ever hit 100k on YouTube, then I'll get one, but don't know if that's going to happen. Anyway, that's besides the point. There are loads of other ways that people can abuse Steam and YouTubers without them really even knowing it. The first way is that you can use the YouTuber being on your friends list as almost like a trust rating in a way. So if a scammer is doing something sketchy or offering weird trades, they could say, hey look, I've got this big trader or YouTuber on my friends list, so obviously that means I'm trustworthy because I'm friends with them. Because why would that big trader or big YouTuber or big personality on Steam be friends with a bunch of scammers? I think if people have to explain to you why they're trustworthy, they're probably not trustworthy. But the problem with them saying this is that people might actually believe them because they're like, oh yeah, okay, they can be trusted because, you know, they're friends with somebody who is actually trustworthy. But most of the times that this actually happens, the YouTuber or the trader doesn't even know the person, and it's probably somebody they added ages ago and have no idea that they're even on their friends list still. So this person doesn't even have to talk to the YouTuber or the trader at all, but as long as they're on their friends list, they can use us as a trust rating, being like, look, I'm friends with this guy, he's trustworthy, so that means I'm trustworthy. It's ridiculous. This is kind of one of the reasons I want to clear my whole friends list, except for people I know IRL, YouTube friends, and Twitch subs and stuff like that. And it seems like I'm shutting my friends list off for you guys unless you're like a Twitch sub, but most people just add me and then never actually speak to me. So if you get removed from my friends list in the next couple of days, if I'm actually ever bothered to clear it, I'm sorry, it's nothing personal, but there are legit reasons I don't want my whole friends list full of people I don't really know. What I'm thinking of doing is setting up a second Steam account that people will know is my alt account and adding as many people on there as possible. But then that kind of seems counterproductive because it's also like people could just add me on my main, but I don't know. It's a weird situation, I guess, but I want to do something that means I can add as many people as possible. Just not have them all on my main account. But like I said, there are legit reasons I don't really want people on there. And I also don't want to be the reason people get scammed because people are using my name to say they're trustworthy. It seems like this type of thing is dying down now because apparently people on Steam are getting smarter, which is good. I haven't had as many messages from people recently saying that somebody on my friends list is a scammer or something like that. So, I mean, it's not as big a deal as it used to be, but I'd still rather cut that down even further. So this is where the video is going to get a little bit real. And it goes kind of beyond people, you know, trying to scam using my name or, you know, trying to manipulate people into thinking they're my friend or something like that. But yeah, this one really sucks. And it's basically finding out that people who you thought were your friend and people who were there for you and would help you whenever you needed it, were realistically only your friend to try and get something out of you. I mean, starting off with a lighter example of this, there's a couple of people that add me on Steam or start messaging me on Twitter or whatever, becoming friends with me and chatting with me quite a bit, or like a couple of times or something like that. And then they just kind of ask me for an unusual out of nowhere, 'cause it's like, oh yeah, we're friends, give me one. So it kind of just leaves me feeling like this person's literally only talking to me because I've got unusuals. Like, that's a bit of a weird flex type. It's not meant to be like that. But people basically use me to try and get free stuff by talking to me a few times, thinking that we're friends, and then asking me for free stuff because we're friends. And it sucks because it kind of makes you think everybody's like that. Like, is this person trying to get something out of me? Is this person trying to lead up to asking for an item? Sometimes it's very, very obvious because the person just isn't very good at lying about it. There's been plenty of times where people have added me and I knew straight away that they only wanted an unusual. And a lot of the times it's because they mention it straight away, like, oh, that specific unusual you've got in your backpack. Yeah, I really like that one. I really like it, but I'm never going to be able to afford something like that. Then 2 days later, they ask for the very same unusual. It's just really predictable and really annoying. I don't get why people would act as a fan of mine just to then ask a couple of days later for one of my items. Like, that's not really how that works. I feel like I do enough giveaways and stuff like that to make it so people shouldn't have to ask me. And it's even if I didn't do giveaways and don't try and give back to you guys, people shouldn't really ask for that stuff. Like, it's a gesture of kindness for me to give unusuals and give random stuff away for you guys. You shouldn't then ask for extra on top of that. I'm literally holding a competition right now where you can win an unusual. So why are people adding me asking for something else? It genuinely makes me feel like sometimes what I'm doing just isn't good enough and that I need to constantly give people stuff, constantly do other things for people that you shouldn't have to do, just to keep everybody happy, and that's just not right. But I do admire your dedication to a complete lost cause. It's great. Another example of this would be people trying to get fame out of me or popularity out of me. Firstly, why would you pick me for that? I don't really feel like I can help people as much as I used to with that for some reason, and I'm not that popular as it is. And secondly, actually I don't have a second point. Genuinely, it got to a point where one of the mods on my Steam group a few years ago was using it to try and sell stuff by spamming Steam announcements. And since he had like sort of a similar name to mine at the time, people blamed me for it. Like, I was trying to sell this thing. Like, I was asleep at this point and still getting blamed for something I wasn't doing. But by the time I'd woken up, all the Steam announcements were deleted and he completely lied to me about it when I confronted him. Luckily, somebody told me that they had caught the name and it was actually him and he was lying to me. So, I unmodded him straight away. And honestly, don't think I've spoke to him since. I genuinely trusted him to mod my Steam group because it was more active back then, even though there was less people in it. But I was trusting him with that role and he basically just sold it out straight away. It's like my friendship is worth like, what, a TF2 key to you? Right, okay, I see where we stand. It kind of sucks that people just throw friendship back in your face because I always try my best to be kind to people, to help people out when I'm in a position where I can help people out. Like, I try and be a nice guy to everybody. And to then have people take advantage of that and throw it back in my face when they find an opportunity to gain something from it, it hurts. Maybe it hurt me more back then because I didn't quite realize that online that's just what a lot of people do. Obviously, I've found people now that I am actually friends with and do actually trust and know they won't do anything like that. But back then, I didn't really know anyone. And the few people I did talk to did end up using me and, you know, abusing that type of friendship, which, you know, it taught me a lot. But when people take advantage and stuff like that and use you for stupid stuff, it really makes you wonder whether it is best to just shut people out sometimes. I don't have the heart to do that, but sometimes I wish I did. Obviously, this isn't the only example of somebody pretending to be my friend to get something from me. It's bad that that is like an obviously statement. But I don't want to bore you guys too much because we've been talking for quite a while already. I don't know. I feel like YouTubers in general just get used a lot. And it might not be even people knowing that they're doing it. Whether it be for items, people know they're doing that. Some popularity and even money, I guess, which I've noticed a lot recently with KSI and Miniminter's one question videos. Literally, everyone just asks them to buy them something or pay for something that they want. Come on now. That is the point, actually. I do want to start doing some of those one question videos or other things to do with Discord in these types of videos. So if you want to be part of them when they happen, there's a link to my Discord in the description. There's going to be loads of stuff happening there in the next few months, especially this year. So please join it. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and like the video. And if you're new around here and like this type of content, then maybe click subscribe as well. I want to see if we can hit 55k by the end of February, maybe even 56k if things go well. Probably not. But I want to see if we can hit 55k, so that is the goal. But if you want to help me out and make that a possibility, then please click the subscribe button. You won't regret it. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.